Welcome everyone, I'm your host, Logan43. Joining me for Choices, a story you play Hero Book 1, Chapter 11. After a long day of work, you stop by the clock tower and enter. Just hear the sound of bickering. You find Dax pacing around the barren space of the tower as Poppy drags a broom across the dusty floor. Why can't we just call Slow-Mo Girl? Or Time Warper? She has slow motion powers. It's intuitive. You may be smart, but you have no sense of branding. We need something with a lure. Is this what you do too while I'm out? Alex! Where have you been? Alex and I have been here for hours. Sorry, work ran late. I've been helping Grayson prepare for Silas Prescott's annual masquerade ball. It's mostly a chance for Silas to schmooze with investors, but this year he also wants to show off his collection of rare art and artifacts. You know, typical rich people stuff. Well, I'm glad you got away from in the end, because we have some exciting news about Minute. Minute? Who? The girl who slows time. Minute. You know, like the slow tempo song. No, it's Time Warper, but I like it. You really think I should team up with her? She pushed me off a building. She could be useful. She pushed me off a building! Yeah, but she knew you could survive. She could be useful. Agreed! Once the stolen liquid prism hits the streets, a lot of wannabe supervillains are gonna surface around the city. Plus, she's got a killer sense of style. That's gotta count for something. Alright. But how do we even find her? Funny you should ask. We've been looking into thefts around the city that only Minute could have pulled off. Studying her pattern, we think we know our next target. Silas Prescott's private collection of art and antiquities, which will be on display at the Masquerade Ball. So, all we have to do is corner the high-powered thief at a high-profile event and convince her to switch to the forces of good. No, she's gonna switch to chaotic good, is what she's gonna switch to. Okay, how exactly am I gonna do that? Shall we get Kenji in on this? What if she says no? I hadn't really considered that a possibility. If she says no, you'll be right back where you started. You've got nothing to lose, Alex. Except maybe losing to her again. Alright, I'll keep my eye out for Minute at the Masquerade Ball. Then, well, hopefully, convince her to join forces. A few days later, the night of Silas Prescott Masquerade Ball arrives. A knock sounds at your door. Hey, stranger. Looking to make a little trouble? I know it's you, Bobby. Damn. How come when you wear a mask, suddenly no one knows who you are? Because no one expects me to be a superhero, whereas you just texted me to say you were on your way over. Right. I did do that, didn't I? Plus, you look gorgeous. And Dax is a very lucky man. If he'd pull his head out of his, Poppy steps into your apartment and throws herself dramatically on your couch. I need to lie down for a bit. Side note, I do not recommend braving public transportation in stilettos. Not worth it. You realize you can take the shoes off, right? I'll keep that in mind. Want to help me choose what to wear? Poppy sits bolt upright, an excited smile on her face. Definitely. Thought that might wake you up. Let's see. The man in the mask! Wouldn't that literally and figuratively be close to what you wear as a superhero? No thanks. On the second thought, I think I'll just go with what I have on. Really? Yeah, I mean, what if someone sees me with a mask on and puts two and two together? Right, good point. One of the many sacrifices you have to make once you become a superhero, I suppose. No more masquerade balls. Hey, I can still go. I'll just have to be a little undressed, that's all. I'm sure no one will notice. Let's hope you're right. Ready to head out? Definitely. Unless you're Batman. that no one will know anything. As you arrive at the masquerade ball, you find a bustling crowd clad in formal dress and all manners of ornate masks. Alex, this is amazing. You guys did an incredible job with the space. Well, it was a lot of work, I can tell you that much. Dax walks over to you and Poppy, pulling something from his jacket pocket. He hands each of you a small earpiece. Here, take these. Since you're not wearing your suit, Alex, we'll have a way to communicate the old-fashioned way. Not sure I'd call these old-fashioned. Well, relatively speaking. Now let's split up and do a little sweep of the lobby. For all we know, Minute is already here, biding her time. How are you going to tell when she has a mask on? Hello to you too, Dax. Sorry, just focus on the mission, I guess. No worries. You look nice, by the way. Thanks, Poppy. So do you. Like, really nice. Ahem. Right, Alex, if you feel the need for an outfit change, you'll find your suit in an attached case hidden beneath the hors d'oeuvres table. Happy hunting! As servers pass out flutes of bubbling champagne, Silas Prescott steps up to the podium to address the crowd. Thank you all for joining me here tonight. You'll have to forgive my lack of a disguise. I didn't want our favorite DA to arrest me on sight. Silas winks at Miko Katsuris, and a ripple of laughter passes through the crowd. In all seriousness, I can't say how relieved I am to see you safe and sound, DA Katsuris. Thank you, Silas. Silas turns back to the audience, a pensive look coming across his face. My late wife, Helena, took immense pride in the pieces we collected on our travels. It would have thrilled her to share this collection with all of you. He gestures to a row of glass cases behind velvet robes, each display housing curious artifacts from all over the world. One piece, and the very center catches your eye. And congratulations, in that moment, they just connected Endless Summer and Hero, the Cygnus idol. Silas gazes at the golden idol with a reminiscent gleam in his eye. This one gave her a particular joy. She said it reminded her that there was more to this world than we could ever hope to understand. And it would have seriously pissed her off if I gave a long-winded speech. Here's to her, and to all of you. May you all find what you treasure. Now drink up, enjoy the night, but remember, just because you're wearing a mask doesn't mean you get away with everything. Just most things. Bobby echoes with a good-natured laugh as everyone raises their glass and toasts. Bobby taps you on the shoulder. We're gonna go mingle, search the crowd. You should do the same. Will do. You make your way through the lobby, searching for familiar faces, masked and unmasked. Huh. So we have a choice between Grayson, Kenji, Silas, or Majori. Let's try Grayson. Grayson smiles as you approach. Alex, there you are. Thank you again for organizing this. My pleasure. It's really generous of you to share this part of your mother's life with everyone. It's a nice way to honor her memory, I think. Her passion for adventure kinda kept the family together. You must really miss her. Yeah, the three of us used to be close, actually. After she passed away, Dad buried himself in work. And you? School kept me occupied, of course. Let me guess. Back in high school, you were student body president, the star quarterback, a real heartbreaker. Hardly. I had one relationship for maybe a month there in senior year. But otherwise, I didn't do much heartbreaking, sadly. I'm sure there were plenty of people who would have loved to have had their hearts broken by you, though. Ha ha! Ha ha! That's a stupid thing for my MC to say, and I never want to say it again. If they did, they certainly weren't very obvious about it. Or you were just uncommonly dense. As much as I love to spend the entire night suffering your teasing, I think I'd better go make my rounds. I guess I'll have to find someone else to torment then. Good luck. Let's go to Kenji. You find Kenji talking with his mother, but they cut their conversation short when you arrive. Alex, speak of the devil! Lovely to see you again, Alex. Kenji was just telling me how instrumental you were in organizing this masquerade. Judging by the excellent turnout tonight, I'd say you did an excellent job. Oh, I can't take the credit for that. In my experience, people will jump at any excuse to dress up. Alex and I share an appreciation for the art of disguise. I hope you're not taking too many cues from those superhuman vigilantes. Vigilantes? Not menaces to society, not dangers to all the Northbridge. You're getting soft, Mom. I'll admit, I may have passed judgment on those individuals too quickly. You mean because they saved your life? I'm interested to hear your take on this, Alex. What do you think of the state of the crime in our city? Police force has things under control. Superheroes should handle the supervillains. Maybe police and superheroes should team up. I mean, considering the rising number of criminals with abilities, it would make sense for both forces to work together. I hardly think the rest of the police force would agree with you. That's because you made them not agree. Would you? I'd consider it, but not one of these so-called superheroes has even reached out to law enforcement, let alone offer to work alongside us. Maybe they don't feel safe enough to do so. Well, I, for one, think these superheroes are badass, especially that Talos guy. Of course you do. I'll admit, I didn't like him at first, but he stepped up and put himself on the line when it was needed. You could definitely learn something from Kenji. But... Ah, the mayor's finally arrived. I should probably go say hello. You give Kenji a sympathetic look as Miko walks away. I take it your dinner the other night didn't go too well? Not really, no. I'm sorry, Kenji. Don't worry about it. Just the way things are, I guess. So, mind telling me why you, Dax, and Poppy are acting so sneaky? Who's acting sneaky? We're just enjoying the masquerade. You call that line? Wow, Alex, you really need some practice. You three are clearly up to something. Anything I can do to help? Not really. Just let me know if you see a girl with dark hair and sticky fingers. Will do. Let's go with Majori. Divine, Majori, chatting heatedly with Santiago. You call this security? What do we pay you for? We're making the rounds according to protocol, standard patrol routes. Then why do you regularly leave your post to walk around the premises every few minutes? That's literally what patrol means. What's the problem, huh? The security at this event is embarrassing lax. Any supervillain could walk right in the masquerade, for goodness sake. Who'd want that? Definitely not me. I say let them come. Lighten up, Majori. Excuse me? One of you is a trained security professional. The other just complains for a living. Guess which one you are. Ho! That's what we call a burn. Well, I can't. How dare! I'll leave it. You to it. You hide a smirk as you turn away, leaving Santiago and Majori to their bickering. Yes, that is what we call a burn, and that's where I typically come in on a daily basis with my friends. Observe, then retort. Silas Prescott gives you an appraising look as you walk over to him. Hey, Mr. Prescott. Good evening, Alex. You know, I was hoping I'd run into you. Really? Indeed. You know my son better than I do, that's for sure. He confides in you. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. I am his assistant, after all. Precisely. Now, as you know, he and I don't exactly see eye to eye about the Bayside redevelopment project. What's your perspective on the issue? You want my opinion? I asked, didn't I? Well, I agree with Grayson. I think your argument has its merits. I don't know what to think. I agree with Grayson. What is the city without its people? By redeveloping Bayside, you'd effectively be forcing people out of their homes. Out of a neighborhood they've known their whole lives. A neighborhood that's been a home to generations of families. And for what? Money? Personally, I'm more concerned with the human cost of such a plan. Silas chuckles softly, barely concealing a condescending smile. You sound just like my son, although I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Idealism spreads like wildfire if you leave it unchecked. Excuse me? Ha! A shallow answer on the surface, but a diplomatic one. Not sure whether I should be disappointed or impressed. Well, you know, ignorance is a bliss, and everyone's got to have a code. Impressed it is, then. Seems there is more to you than meets the eye, Alex. You have no idea. Silas gives you a sharp look. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Mr. Prescott, you look very dashing tonight. You turn to find Poppy approaching hurriedly, a beaming smile on her face. Oh, why, thank you. Windsor cut, wide lapel, medium suppressed waist. Let me guess, Tom Ford? Good eye. You don't mind if I borrow Alex, do you? Dax was asking for him. Urgent work business, you know. Poppy shoots you a sly wink. Not at all. Enjoy the ball, you two. Thank you, Mr. Prescott, and thanks for letting me know, Poppy. As you and Poppy hurry away from Silas, you drop your voice so only she can hear you. Seriously, thank you. I figured you'd appreciate being rescued for once. Later that evening, as you mingle by the hordivores, Mother of God was a hordivore! And secondly, why does Pixelberry seem obsessed with them? Are they like the bee's knees of food and snacks and just appetizers? Like, can we get some, like, wings? Mozzarella sticks? I don't know anything other than hordivore. Like, I'm serious. Oh, my lord. Okay, anyway. My god. You activate the radio your piece of Dax gave you. It's triggering me. No sign of Minute anywhere. Any luck on your end? Dax and Poppy's voice ring clear on the line. Nothing. A pretty uneventful party. Playlist is great, though. Yeah, seals from Eagle Eye. A little disappointed. You called yourself Eagle Eye, and I'm really disappointed now. Just then a familiar voice sounds behind you. I know that feeling. The party is a bit boring, isn't it? You. Nice to see you again, too. Although strange to find you unmasked here, of all places. I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're after. And I had a feeling you'd try and stop me. Yet, here I am. Which means I'm either extremely reckless, or I don't consider you much of a threat. 3 guesses which? Look, you don't have to do this. I just want to talk. With your abilities... The recruitment speech already? You're a good hero. And cute, too. But it's too much fun being bad. Minute turns and saunters away, throwing a wink over her shoulder at you. And suddenly, all the lights in the building shut off. No! What's going on? It's Minute. She's here. She must have cut the power somehow. Alex, quick, your suit! As panicked murmurs sound all around you, you find the case exactly where Dax said it would be. Scramble to change into it. Suit it up. Oh my god. I'm gonna call him next time the Jogger. Now's probably a good time to mention that your mask has night vision capabilities. Just tap the left side. Ooh, nice. Wait, what are these boxes here? What are these little boxes on the floor? What is this? Anyway, mask buzzes. There's boxes up here too. Your mask buzzes at the touch, and night vision display illuminates your view. Whoa. What's going on? I can barely move. Not again. You see a trail of attendants locked in slow motion. Over at the artifact display, one glass case gapes open. Empty. Manu took the idol. I'm going after her. Your navigation through the crowd, avoiding the clusters of guests trapped in slow time fields. Gone in slow motion. Oh, this is embarrassing. I was right. We did need more security. finally make your way to the exit. Outside, you scan the street and spot Minute in the distance, with a stuffed satchel under her arm. That must be the idol in the bag. You start after her when... Stop right there, Locum. A dozen squad cars are on their way. You're a person of interest in a super-powered crime spree. D.A. Katsuras, stand aside? This is bigger than you. Please, we're on the same side. I don't have time for this. Please, we're on the same side. We both want the same thing, so let us work together. Miko frowns, conflicted, and then steps aside. Go. I never saw you, but don't make me regret this. You trail Minute as she emerges onto a crowded city street and promptly blends into the crowd. Where'd she go? Suddenly, you spot her as she stuffs her mask and gown into a satchel slung across her back. You close the distance, pushing through the thick crowd, when suddenly, she whips her head towards you. I can't let her spot me. I should go low, go high, go low. You drop into a crowd. The bystanders surrounding you shoot confused glances in your direction. I, dropped a quarter, don't mind me. And you pop back up to your feet. Minute has continued on, shuffling into the mass of pedestrians. You race to find her. Finally, you spot Minute a few blocks in the distance and hurry in to close in on her. There she is. But the bag is gone. She must have hidden it or handed it off to someone in the crowd. She looks around warily, her gaze darting back and forth in the search of pursuers. Or it was taken from her and she didn't realize. You search for it until you realize where she's going. She's headed to Northbridge General Hospital? You stop dead in your tracks as Minute enters the building. Watching cautiously from afar, you see her reappear in a third-story window a short while later. Stealthily, you fly in for a closer look. Peering in through the open window, you see her standing at the foot of a hospital bed, where an older man lies, barely moving. You can hear his beeping heart monitor and Minute's worried voice. Hey, Dad. It's me. Sweetheart. It's so good to see you. How have you been? Fine. I've been fine. Then why do you look so sad, Misha? Miha. You know why. I just hate seeing you stuck here like this. Soon, I'll have the money to move you out of here. I'll spare you the details, but I've been working extra hours. Please, don't worry so much about me. I'm happy so long as I know you're out there enjoying your life. Don't forget to live on account of me. You notice tears shining in her eyes. She wipes them away, trying to smile. I won't, Dad, but I won't give up on you either, okay? We're gonna beat this thing together. Now get some rest. I'll visit again soon. Minute quietly leaves the room as her dad sinks into the pillows and falls back asleep. You float up to the rooftops and sit patiently waiting for her to walk back out into the city street. Hello, Dax? Do you read me? Hey, Dax, what's the situation over there? The guests all went home. Security's going over the lobby. Dax and I came back at the clock tower. Did you catch her yet? No, not yet. I'm waiting for her to come out of the hospital. The hospital? Yeah, it's a long story. Any ideas on how I can catch her? Good question. Even with the element of surprise, you'll still be susceptible to her slow time feel. You have to play to your strengths and against hers. What can you do that she can't? I can... Technically, he has super strength, so he might be able to lift a car. He can fly, and he can take a beating, too. But take a beating's not the option here. We're not gonna beat her, no. Lifting a car is not gonna help us, because she'll slow down time of the oncoming object, and it'll hurt civilians around. So the only thing we have is fly, which technically she can do too if you think about it. If she put a slow time field around herself, like she did us, she would slowly fall, but she would be trapped. So I'm gonna go fly. Yeah, there's gotta be a way you can use that against her. Yeah, if we can spot her, say walking down the sidewalk, we can fly in, grab her before she knows what's happening, and take her straight up. Oh, I know. You should swoop down there, grab her when she comes out, and immediately fly her up into the lower stratosphere. We think a lot. It's called using your head instead of your brawn. That way, she can't slow you down without being trapped up in the sky herself. Poppy, you're a genius! I know, but it's nice of you to notice. I guess it's worth a shot. Nude suddenly steps out of the hospital's front door and onto the sidewalk. Fast as lightning, you dive towards her, wrap her up in your arms. Hey! Before she can react, you pull her up in the air with you. The lights of the skyscrapers blurring as you shoot past. Ah! Oh god, I do not like this. Put me down right now. Or what? Or I'll... Yeah, from the look on your face, I guess you've realized what'll happen if you use your slow time powers up here. You'd be stuck up here with me. Am I wrong? No, you're not. Happy? Very. You don't have to be so smug about it. What do you want with me anyway? You're not getting that idol back, if that's what you think, or the suit. I'm not here for either of those. I just want to talk to you. You do? I do. And if you agree to hear me out, we can have this conversation on solid ground instead of miles in the air. Deal? Nude eyes you suspiciously. Then sighs. Fine, but I'll be watching you. Closely. Likewise. Glide back down, landing in the soft sand of a secluded beach along Northbridge's waterfront. You release your grip on Minute, and to your surprise, she doesn't run. Instead, she folds her arms and glares at you reproachfully. Okay, hero, you want to talk? Let's talk. You take a seat in the sand and pat the ground beside you. She rolls her eyes and then sits down. Hey, here's the thing. I heard you back there, talking to your dad. I know you're not, well, all that bad. You have reasons. I may not agree with your methods or your apparent disinterest in respecting other people's property. Get to the point. Look, there are bad people out there. People with powers like you and me, except they use them to hurt people. And that's not even the worst of it. Prescott Industries has developed an experimental serum that, when injected, gives the user super strength and resilience. And a whole truckload of that serum just got stolen by some enterprising young lowlifes who plan to sell it on the streets. In other words, the city just got a whole lot more super, and a whole lot more dangerous too. And I think we should team up to protect those who can't protect themselves, watch each other's backs. Protect those who can protect themselves. I'm not exactly the Good Samaritan type. Why should I risk my neck for anyone else? Nobody came to my dad's rescue when he got sick. What do you mean? Manu diverts her eyes, burning her fingers in the cool sand. Nothing, forget it. Hey, you can tell me. What happened to your dad? So what? We're best friends now? You don't even know my name. Well, I'm Alex. There. Now you know my name at least. Manu narrows her eyes at you, then sighs. Fine. You want to know my name that bad? It's Eva. Eva, huh? It's nice to meet you. Eva rolls her eyes again and then smiles in spite of herself. You're kinda weird, you know that? So I've been told. Now, about your dad. Eva looks down again and takes a deep breath. Right. He used to work at Bayside Chemical Factory, and the place was a total safety hazard. Long hours, dangerous working conditions, the works. The owner's a real scumbag. Doesn't care about his own employees at all as long as he's making a profit. My dad slaved away there for nearly 2 decades. I kept begging him to get a new job. Somewhere safer, but he said he couldn't risk leaving. The risks of staying caught up with him. I guess he was exposed to a lot of harmful chemicals, because he ended up getting lung cancer, and... Eva's voice breaks, and she hides her face in her hands, her body shaking with angry sobs. Pat her on the back. Give Eva a cautious pat on the back, and she doesn't flinch away. Eva, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so am I. The only reason he worked so hard was to take care of me. Now I gotta do my best to take care of him, no matter the cost. And I don't care if you have a problem with that, okay? I just need to do whatever I can to get more time with him. And right now, that means paying medical bills, which means I need money. You look out across the ocean, listening to the waves crash against the shore. Maybe there's a way for you to get that money without having to steal. If you can prove that the factory is unsafe, the courts would force the owner to cover your dad's medical expenses. They might even send the guy to jail if we get enough evidence. We? You heard me. I'll help you help your dad, and you'll consider helping me help this whole city. Deal? Eva gives you a long, searching look, then grins. Deal. She unlocks her phone and hands it to you. What's this for? I need your number if I'm gonna get in touch with you. Duh. Right. One sec. Save your contact info in Eva's phone and hand it back to her, noticing the time as you do so. Wow, it's getting pretty late. You call this late? The night's just getting started. Maybe for you. Tell you what, let's at least have one drink together before you turn back into a pumpkin. You know, to celebrate teamwork and justice and all that cheesy stuff you're so into. There's nothing cheesy about doing what's right. Okay, it does sound kind of cheesy now that you mention it. Don't worry, I think it's adorable. Now, how about that drink? No! Don't do this to me, Pixelberry. No. I'm allowed to have a love interest once in this game. Rain check, I'm way too tired. Boo. Maybe you shouldn't have wasted so much energy chasing me around all night. But if I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been having this conversation. Touché. Alright, Alex. I'll let you get away this time. But you haven't seen the last of me. I certainly hope not. Good night, Eva. Night. You soar up into the night sky, the city lights glittering far below you as you point yourself towards home. Aww, new ally! You completed chapter 11. I actually liked that. I really liked her backstory. I really did. And the reason why she's doing what she did. I can see it. I really can. I don't approve, but, I can say I've not done... I can at least say I've done some shady gray area things in my life to help others. As long as it doesn't hurt others. That's the only thing that I really aim for, so... stealing from corporations... not really hurting anybody. And I'm sure someone's gonna go, no, that's wrong. Not really. So with that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. I try and aim my best So, if you did, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe if you're not already. Also, head down in the description below. You can either follow me on social media, or if you want to at all support me and my content, there's a couple links for that as well down below. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you on the next video.